What's up, YouTube? This is Santiago Guzman. He went to the Kissimmee Regional last Saturday, and he got placed 39th out of how many?
It was a little under 400.
Under 400 playing. What are you playing right now?
Lost World Dinos.
Lost World Dinos.
Wasn't my idea. I got the idea from Y6 prior.
Nice. What were your matchups like?
Round 1, I played Toads Eddie from PPG. I misplayed game 1 and it got him the victory. Game 2, I opened FTK, and game 3, I max seed and I just FTK'd him the next turn. Round 2, I played Andres from here. I FTK'd him game 1. Game 2, I bricked, and game 3, I bricked. All my losses were due to bricks. I feel like the deck has a lot of potential. I just need to fix the consistency issues because I didn't lose once to my misplays. The only time I misplayed, I ended up winning the games anyways. I lost the Spirals round 2. Then I won out until round 7. I lost the Spirals in table 10. I was the only Dino in the top 50 tables. I was in table 10. And game 1, I drew triple terraforming and double Lost World. And he just went off with the combo. He was playing Spirals. He called the top card of my deck, and he hit the Foolish. So I figured he thinks I'm playing Spirals. So he sided for Spirals, and he sided Mind Crush. And that got back to me in game 2. I searched for ULT. It was my only combo. He had put everything into his hand into the board, and ULT does a really good job with just wiping the board one monster at a time. So I summoned the OB that I summoned with Missy. I searched ULT, and he mind crushed me for my ULT, and that was game. Round 8, I played Pendulum Magicians. I 2-0'd him. He kaiju slumbered when I had Lost World and a Megalo on the field for some reason. He didn't know what the deck really had a surprising factor that I would say.
So what was your record? What your record ended up?
I went X3.
X3?
I went 6-3.
Playing Dinos, all right.
Yeah.
Let's see what you got there.
2 ULTs. You don't want to open with them when you don't have a lot of Dinos engraved, so that's why I'm not running the third one. But yeah, obviously Boss Monster. 3 Stratos, 3 Babies, Staples. This isn't a staple. I built the deck for going second against Spirals. I lost every Spiral I played, but again I drew because unfortunate hands. If they have Sleeper, you out that. If they Tri-Get Wizard, you out that. I expected some Dracos, and Masterpiece, you out that. Missy's self-explanatory. This you normal summon if you have Lost World on the field and they attack into it, and then you send a baby, and then it's just really well. And it brings out another level 4 when you've already used your OV summon for the turn. So you don't want to search and then bring out another OV with a baby when you've already searched and that's a dead OV. You want to save that. So this is really good. It's a water, so you make a Abyss Dweller with this and he stays at his attack. Yeah, he's just a great source to go to when you have a Survival Zen set. I'll get into that. OV is Stratos, a staple. But yeah, that's it for the Dinos. For non-Dinos, I'm playing 1 Gofu and 7 hand traps. Going against Spirals, you don't want them to go Helix and Sleeper, because if they Sleeper, you don't plus off Lost World. You normal summon the OV and you establish a board, but they'll just pop your Lost World and you won't be able to plus. These are to stop Sleeper at all means. Gofu, you don't really go into Decode Talker actually. I can't tell you the amount of times I go Gofu, get 2 tokens, and then I set a Survival Zen. And then during their turn, they go Resort, or if you're playing Pendulum Magicians, you activate this, you get out 2 babies, and then it's an MST, you stop their Escort, you stop their whatever. Or if you have Lost World on the field, it's like a win condition. So you don't really use this for the Deco Talker, you use it for the tokens.
Nice.
Yeah. A budget option, I would recommend a Kaiju engine because non-dinosaur gives you pill targets, and it's another way to crash into the sleeper.
All right. That's it.
Shout out to Mariano and Alan, the man holding the camera. Lent me all the expensive cards in this deck. Standard. You want to get to it as quickly as possible. 3 rotas. Yeah. When they control a token, they can't target. So this is an auto win. If you have Survival Zen set and you have this face up, it's an auto win against every Paleo deck. If you guys don't know, Paleos are normal monsters, and you activate Survival set, they'll scoop. I played Tricksters one round. He scapegoated me in the end phase. I flipped Survival Zen, and he scooped. The deck just has a lot of outs to the current meta since there's a lot of tokens in the current meta. That's Gofu as well. They go Gofu, use Survival Zen, and then they scoop. MVP of the tournament. This got me so many FTKs. I drew it so many times with the hand traps. I wouldn't run 3. One Twister. This was a 2 of. I cut it down to 1 because of the spiral matchup. You don't want to do them a favor and send their trap to the graveyard. And the Solemn Scoldings, they side in. So that's why I cut down to 1. But my theory was for this, if you don't have a Foolish and a Baby, then you have this and Survival Zen, and that's Survival Zen in the graveyard. But yeah, so Raigeki's just there. If you have a Lost World and you summon a Dino, and they force you to go first, you don't have a battle phase, this is your battle phase. When you send Baby, you start plussing, you search Obi, and then you search ULT, and so this is really well. I can't tell you the amount of times they open like a big board, I set Baby, I activate this, and they can't do anything. They literally can't. Besides Ash, but then you have the pill. A lot of people, let me go back for a second. A lot of people don't know when to use pill. Yeah, it's right there. You never want to open with this card. If they Ash you and you don't banish something like Giant Rex plus, you're gonna lose. So you wanna, they Ash the babies, they Ash the OVs, they Ash the Fossil Dig sometimes. You never want to open this. You never want to activate this as your first card. And the surprise factor of the weekend. If you don't know how the combo goes, you activate Foolish, you send this to the graveyard, and if you open with a baby, it's like an MST. You pop anything, any card, not monster, and then you get an OV out. So it's essentially the same as opening with an OV, but you're popping a card on their field.
So it's a brick breaker.
Exactly. Yeah, it definitely helps with consistency. And if you're running the Kaiju engine, you can send Kaiju Slumber and search a Doggeran and out Sleeper. So this is really versatile. I can tell you the amount of people that I would activate Foolish, I would send, and they would pick up Survivals and then read what they do. Yeah, this card is also really good when it's activated. Like I said, it outscaped, it outscoped, it outs alien really well. And it helps with OTKs tremendously. Dino players know this, but you can Ash this, but good players will never Ash this. They just don't know, they aren't aware. But yeah.
Now they do. Alright, so what do you got in your extra deck?
Extra deck, I didn't go into much. If you know what you're doing. I didn't play Iolo. I felt Iolo in your opening hands, it has no synergy with the deck, and you brick. And when you do go Trishula, you generally have 2 level 4s on the field. So you're sacrificing a Lagia by going Trishula, and you're just risking it at that. Plus, Trishula loses under Lost World, so does this, but this deck loses to Maraforce. This deck loses to Torrential Tribute, but then again you have the Missy, but this is out so many things, and it's a solemn judgment. So that's why I chose not to play Ilo. So you're not going to see any Trishulas or Trumbaras on this deck. 2 Lagias, you go into this the most. Cast out to get Dinos in the grave. If you have an ULT in your hand and you have 1 Dino in your grave, that's when you overlay the Giant Rex, you you send something back, which is generally the resort, and then you go ULT and go for game. I never use this. Technically, in theory, it's good for stall, but I never went into it. Gofu, you can actually, yeah, that's good. I went into this once for game. That's a staple. This is actually really well with Lost World, but more of the times, whenever you do go into a rank, you have game. So that's why, in theory, the extra deck is necessary, but whenever you're gonna go into any of these cards, you generally already have game. The Tornado Dragon was extremely underwhelming. I thought this was gonna be really well against Pendulum, but I found myself not even going to the XC into the Pendulum at all. I found myself waiting for them to make a big board, then I go UOT, I wipe their board, and I just OTK them. A third of my matchups were Pendulum, so I eventually have to lose to one. I lost to one in the final round when I bricked. Game 1, I opened optimally. I FTK'd him. Every Pendulum, when you open well against them, you're going to FTK. Game 2, I bricked. In Game 3, I just had an unplayable hand. So, but, yeah, this is definitely a statement.
All right, man. Thanks.